So here's a little narration of the no-gi judo round I did with Dom Bell. Who is a friend and past student of mine in judo. So this is just the no-gi variety of randori. So it's mostly wrestling, but utilization of judo techniques for takedowns and control positions is what this round was. It wasn't like a full jiu-jitsu round, which I like to kind of compartmentalize the two sometimes, and sometimes have rounds where everything's available. Kind of changes the style you can use. But in this round, it's to the takedown, to the pin, to the control and the back take. So enjoy. All right, here we go. So Dom and I are in a over-under dogfight from our feet, left versus right. So Dom's a classic righty. But there's no gi here, so takedowns kind of help when you have an underneath body lock like I had there. Whereas in the gi, sometimes being over is more powerful with the grip. So in this case, being shorter and having a lower center of gravity with Dom and underneath helps a lot. So there's a little elbow pass, high C to lift, inside trip, back take, and then kind of stapling down to pass through his guard after the weight is settled. So he has a little takedown there. And you can see the size differential, so I try and be a little faster with my movements, and when I get to like seatbelts and positions like that, I'm not waiting, I'm keeping things moving, like that throw by, to get the back take and kind of rotate with the spiral ride. Trying to use my feet as hooks to kind of control so he can't face me, and then kind of leg drag and be on top for another takedown. Kind of left versus right, extreme. Trying to keep some space until I get control, like a good 2-on-1, where I could kind of look to put his hand on the ground with the shovel or use a foot sweep to get my takedown and back take. It's hard to get big throws from here unless it's like a big Kosoto kind of. There's a little shovel takedown to another kind of spiral. I kind of slipped off there. Getting old. Kind of framing with my right, looking to maybe fake shot snap. If I'm not doing judo, that's my style, to frame and to fake, to get foot sweeps and angles. Here you go. Playing the basic under-over game. Might be looking for an arm drag here, it looks like. An inside, just kind of stagnant, feeling out things. And Dom had a little inside trip attempt. It's hard with that overhook unless he really rotates hard. I remember during this round feeling like my movement didn't feel very efficient. But it looks okay here. I'm not like tooting my own horn, but as far as control and position and being ahead, it looks like I'm in sync. Well, as during, I remember being at this seatbelt and feeling kind of like not being able to get much going, at least with like my hips and my trips. So it usually took like peripheral groveling and wrestling to get takedowns rather than something nice and decisive. It was more like inching my way. Like right here, I couldn't really step over because he did my Tsuchimata counter. I was ready for that high C and I down blocked and I got in between so I could look to cow catcher pancake him and get to control for a little pinning combination. Yeah, playing the Ashi game, kind of Tsubami Gaishi, so when every time he foot sweeps, I can foot sweep and counter, and vice versa, he gets that Ashi game. I think he's settling a little too easy to that overhook. So a little hip to Kouchi to front headlock, kind of trying hard here on the edge of the mat, a little reach through to the far foot, kind of hit the mat, so we stop it. And I get it, sometimes I get carried away and I don't want to wrestle off the mat and be that guy. So I remember stepping in the hole, trying to go far side to side almost, and it was hard. It was good balance, so there's more balanced breaks to takedowns, like wrestling and groveling, as my old coach Jason Morris would call it. Limp arm to a single, he's flexible. That's Max Schneider, but with some height. So I figured I'd bail on that energy consumption, trying to lift and sweep. It gets more basic takedowns rather than trying to force something and get tired. Here I am wrestling with a little single, but mostly it's to get to that far hip seatbelt grip. A little switch, arm drag from an underhook to a kind of pinning combo maybe, full guard. Yeah. I'm sure Dom would be better off if these rounds were right into jiu-jitsu, obviously, so I'm kind of making sure I'm capitalizing while I can in the round that we're going. So I think Dom could do a little bit more here. Well, he just took a shot right when I said that. It's like I could usually do pretty good at defending and countering, like so, kind of looking to circle around and pin. So it was a fun little round, about 4 minutes, I think.
Hey, take a minute.
If you feel like you're getting value out of these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. And now back to the video.
Dom moves really well. He's got a wealth of knowledge. It's just maybe him feeling lefties. I know he works with my brother in gi work, so I know he feels versus lefties sometimes, but with the no-gi style I have, I think I was able to kind of maybe exploit some holes in his over-underhook game, where I'm sure he could close those up the more he feels the things that he needs to do. But it was a good round nonetheless. Hope you enjoy it.